this is what they look like. I've lost 25 pounds since January. My husband has lost 30 pounds since January, and I keep seeing the videos of the Tacos al Gobernador, but they do not look like their calorie deficit, so we're gonna do them in a calorie deficit way, that way we can enjoy them. So here you go. So for this recipe, you're gonna use some shrimp. I'm gonna put them to defrost right now. Tomato, chiles guajillos, and then chiles serrano, and then onion. Chile pasilla, my bad. Once your chiles are clean, now you're just gonna put them to toast for until they're burnt. I'll show you guys after. While that's going, I'm just going to defrost the shrimp. After that, you're gonna put them into small cubes. So that's why you want them defrosted. So while the shrimp are defrosting and then your peppers are cooking up and getting roasted, we're gonna cut up 2 tomatoes, an onion, a serrano. I do like garlic, so I'm putting 4 cloves of garlic, a little bit of cilantro, and I looked at the recipe again, and you are supposed to add chipotle. So I had this already there. So we're just gonna get chopping. So I already cut up all my veggies in there I'm gonna need, and I'm just gonna flip these. They're supposed to get like that on all slices, so this does take a little bit long, maybe like 15 minutes. So start this process first. Okay, now that your shrimp are defrosted, I'm going to cut them into 3s, and then just set them aside. So these are pretty much done. So I am gonna put them in little Ziploc bags. If you have a big one, go for it and put it there, but I just don't have any. But I'm gonna put them in here so they can steam out and the skin is easier to come off. And then I'll show you guys how. So those are just gonna sit here for about 10 minutes and then we'll peel off the skin. So now that they're almost fully peeled, you're just gonna do your best. You can cut them up. And we're going to be removing the seeds that are inside. So I'm just gonna cut around it. And once you have them seedless, you're just gonna chop them up into little cubes. You're gonna do this well.
They're pretty good. Like they're solid pops.
Yeah.
I tried sandwich. So it's good. They had some for turkey meat, some red cheese, and then they had often like Oreos. But I'm thinking Oreos. I'm gonna have it.
Okay, now that you have all your ingredients prepped, you're gonna turn on the stove. And I'm doing only 1 tablespoon of butter since it's 100 calories for that little tablespoon. I've seen a lot of people just drench it in butter, but for us, since we're trying to stay in calorie deficit, we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of butter. Once that heats up, then you're gonna add your onion, garlic, and chile. Okay, once the butter is melted, I'm going to add the onions, the garlic, and the serrano. We're gonna let this saute for a few minutes, and then we're gonna add the chile pasilla. Once they're getting a little bit translucent, you can add the other peppers. now you're gonna add the cilantro and the tomato. And also let this cook down for a little bit. I am gonna season this with a little bit of Knorr oil right now, and then after when we add the shrimp, we'll also add a little bit more seasonings. But we're just gonna still let this cook down a little bit more, and we're going to add the shrimp next. Okay, now we're just gonna add the shrimp. Then I'm also gonna season it with chicken Knorr, and then black pepper and some oregano. And obviously whatever seasonings you would like. I'm also going to be adding the chile chipotle. And then just make sure everything gets incorporated. Now I'm going to add the sour cream. This is 2 servings of light sour cream. So 60 grams of light sour cream. And we're just gonna let that incorporate in there as well. And then now you can taste it to see if you need any more salt or any other seasoning that you would like to add to it. So for this whole pot of food or in the shrimp, it's 112 calories. Just 2 cans of shrimp and everything else that we added to it. I'm gonna divide this into 4s. So then that's gonna be 202 calories. And then we're gonna make our tacos now. Okay, well now I have my 1 serving of cheese here. It's 110 calories. We're gonna do 3 tacos, so 3 tortillas. We like this brand. And we're gonna use the spray, olive oil spray, but we're just gonna spray it lightly so we can still stay in deficit. Once your comal is hot, we're gonna literally just like lightly spray them. And we're going to add our tortillas. Before treating them, I'm going to lightly spray them again. Okay, now we're going to flip them. It is really hot, so be careful. And now we're gonna spread our 1 serving of cheese into 3 tortillas. They're obviously not gonna be as cheesy as the one in the videos, but you gotta do what you gotta do in order to be able to stay in the deficit. Now we're just gonna let that cheese melt. Now that our cheese is melted, we're going to be adding the shrimp, and it's already divided. Into 3s. It's going.
That's some limon. Taste test right now. It looks fire. I'll tell you guys how it came out. We keep it real. I'll tell her how it is. It's bomb. Bomb for sure. I should try it. Bomb. Delish.
The chicken ones cuando no te gustan los shrimp.
Hello. Homegirl over here, she doesn't like shrimp, so she has to, you know, eat chicken. Alright.